I am ancient.
We are sailing in the same boat.
That day I saw her and there were cops and all, and she was crying. It's a young girl, and she's crying. I was just like, what happened? And क्या है ये therapy? क्या है ये panic attack?
We are back with the bang. Well, welcome to season 2, episode 1 of Sync and Shimmy podcast, where movement meets conversation and rhythm isn't really just about the dance floor. If you've been with us since season 1, you may have noticed our season finale's guest. Someone who has more opinion than an outfit change, or probably more playlist than patience. Well, he's back where he belongs. So welcome our co-host Gopal Agarwal.
Hello, hi, and welcome to season 2. We are back with a bang,
Let's
this time we have with us. Should we introduce the guest?
I am
directly we should
excited.
Go for it,
Please.
So this time we have with us somebody who is a redhead, who is known for her fashion and her hair, and she has seen through it all, through the trends, through the viral videos, through technique, through training, through the days where student was a student and a teacher was a teacher. Please welcome the ever beautiful, the gorgeous, viral sensation and a fantastic dancer, Svetana Kavar from Mumbai. Hello.
You made me sound so ancient. Not at all.
See, that's what the podcast is about.
But it's
today.
true. I am ancient.
We are sailing in the same boat.
I'm more ancient than you also.
A little ahead in the boat you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so Svetana, how are you feeling today? How are you?
I am excited, happy, always looking forward to being in a studio space. Always excited to train students. Something I miss a lot. It doesn't happen very often nowadays. So I miss that, and every time I come here to train people, it's just like it's that अंदर का वो पुराना वो जाग जाता है.
Great. So,
Super excited to have you back because I knew this time when you were back, I did not want to leave any opportunity to shoot this podcast because I wanted the world to see who you are as a person.
I love to talk. So
Yes,
great.
absolutely. That too. So let's just directly dive into it.
Yes.
Yeah. So Svetana, you've actually danced through transitions. You've danced through trends. You've danced through time.
talk about ancient.
He's trying to say basically तुम बूढ़े हो, तुम बुजुर्ग हो, तुम स्टोन एज से आए हो, तो हमको पता उस जमाने में क्या
क्या होता था?
It's that. हाँ,
So,
बोल.
over the years, what do you think have changed? And according to you, what do you think should not change in dance?
What has changed over the years is social media.
Absolutely.
It's a bane and a boon together, is what I feel. I am not somebody who can ever complain about social media as such because there was a point of time when social media really helped me out as well.
Right.
But at the same time, social media seems to be creating more creators and less of dancers. So that's also something that it's just like it's a catch-22. But if you ask me what has changed, I think it's exposure. Exposure that dancers get. So they, like, even in the smallest of cities, you see these dancers from 3-tier cities who are brilliant dancers who would probably not get a chance to showcase their talent unless they come to a reality show. Now they are dancing and we are getting to see that through a mobile phone. And they are brilliant and they are earning through social media, which is great. Right? So I think that exposure that way, but also exposure in terms of I can today, if I'm missing training, if I want to get inspiration, I can just go to YouTube. I can watch Puff Fosse. I can watch any musical I want to.
Absolutely.
I can watch Brian Friedman. I can watch Jojo Gomez. I can watch them and I can gain more knowledge and inspire myself anytime I want to, which I couldn't in my zamana.
And what shouldn't change? Like what shouldn't have changed, and it did, but at the same time, what shouldn't change? Like from your days of training?
Like, what do you
Okay,
think has taken a direction towards a change which we don't want?
Okay, so for me, dance is always I started dancing because of a very not such a great phase in my life, and dance really got me back in track. So for me, dance has always been something that's emotional and personal, and I think something that should not change, and which I do feel is changing, not all the time, but kind of is. I don't feel people are expressing themselves truly when they're dancing.
Yeah.
They're dancing because they have to,
Yeah.
not because they want to.
Yeah.
Like if you're happy, you're expressing that through dance. If you're upset, you're expressing that. If you're disappointed, if you're angry, dance is a creative.
Absolutely.
It's a creative field, right? So it should, anything artistic is made for the artist to express themselves.
Correct.
Right.
So I do feel that has started to lack a little bit, right? And a lot of times, like I see a song, when I hear a song, I see a song, I'm just like, मतलब
Yeah,
काफी
there's
दुखी
an
गाना है,
urge.
ऐसे गाना है, and then you see people dancing like that on it.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Or I feel a sad song where I see people dancing like this, but there is no emotion.
Emotion.
It's just here, it's not here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I just
Yeah.
that.
Understood.
That.
Well
Sorry,
said,
that's
though.
Got it. Yeah, that's.
my Swiggy.
Tell me something that every art form, I believe, it has the good and the bad and the ugly, and the artist kind of, kind of envelops everything about that art form and put it in his art. What do you think is the not so happening or not so fairy tale like side of dance?
So I was just discussing with Noni in the morning. You have asked me this right now at a phase in my life where dance is not everything for me,
Ah.
which at one point it was. And today I'm old. I have my kids, I have my family, I have my other passions, which probably sometimes I enjoy more than dance. Today, at this point of
Yeah.
time in my life,
Yeah.
after like 17, 18 years of dancing. So I think today, if you ask me this question, I would say, firstly, it's the burnout. It's the constant fight to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is so important. And once, as you grow older, there are certain things that you don't do, you don't
Yeah.
want to do, you will not do,
Correct.
but you need to do for social media. So I don't know how to explain this, but yeah, that burnout of trying to stay relevant
Yeah.
and still trying to stay true to your art. That fight is a lot, and it gets sometimes it's just like, why? It's not even
Yeah.
worth it. I don't want to do this anymore.
Correct.
So, and nowadays I've started to feel that a lot more. It doesn't mean I don't love dance, but dance now is it's a part of my life. It's not it's not my entire life. So that, and the second thing is also, of course, that also corresponds to earning money.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right? So, I mean, I have a house to run. I'm not 20 anymore where I can just live on scraps. I have a house to run, I have kids to feed, I have my own self to feed, right?
Yeah.
I have bills to pay. So, yes, after a certain time, I think dance, this is something that gets a little, one is to stay relevant, second is the monetary
Yeah.
compensation does not match the work that you put in.
Correct.
So I think that can get a little, is
Absolutely.
getting, at least for me.
Yeah.
It's not
It's not
aligning.
at par, basically.
not aligned.
With it. Okay. Oh, understood. That's
Great.
very insightful. Absolutely. Like when I see a generation which with this is my favorite question, and I ask this to all the artists who have been here on this place. That when I see a generation that comes from Noni's side, and then I see a generation that comes from your side, there is a mismatch in terms of the basic demeanor of what an artist should entail in terms of ethic, in terms of how they conduct themselves, and so on and so forth. I'm not saying that what space this generation comes from is bad. It's just different.
it's different.
It's
Correct.
just different. So how do you see it as, because you you have your fitness classes that you run, and I'm sure there are people who also come from this particular generation
Yeah.
to you. They are still looking up to you for advice. How do you advise a generation that is in a very short span gone very far away from where you and your generation was?
Okay. It's a very interesting question because I used to have somebody like a mentee long back. That's when I started dancing. Okay, and today Swara, her name is Swara, and today she has her own company and she's doing so well. She has Happy Feet, which is a kids company, and it's one of the best in Mumbai right now. Right.
Wow.
So Swara used to be my mentee, and I recently I was teaching her daughter.
Oh my god.
Who's 20 years younger than me.
Oh my god.
She's 20 years younger than me, Vani. And we were, both of us were just reminiscing, like, she's like, you were my mentor, and now you're mentoring my daughter.
Oh my god.
And, okay, so the difference, firstly, was the music. Because I'm playing my old Britney, and I'm playing my Michael Jackson and
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
But I have to tell you that these artists are making a comeback on their reels.
Absolutely.
In a very
Absolutely.
different avatar, and then there are these remixes. They don't call it remixes these days. They call it like I don't know, what do you call it?
Just
Like a
like-
version
Yeah.
which is going hit on reels,
Yeah.
which were actually from
our
time.
generation,
Yes,
exactly.
absolutely.
But it's just like, because when I'm playing the music and she's just like, can we have some Taylor Swift
Oh my
and
God.
Sabrina Carpenter? And she's like, and then I tried very hard to play that music, and I just didn't resonate with it.
Yeah, correct.
And I get it. Then I really thought about it. There are a few things. Firstly, this is my opinion only. When I listen to a Britney or when I listen to an MJ or some of these older songs and I play them in my class for certain exercises, I feel the music is, see, when I play a music, this is what my mentor had taught me, then they just don't move and play the music and see what you feel like moving first. You feel like bobbing your head, which happens in rock or techno, or do you feel like moving from your groin, from
Yeah.
your perineum, from
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
inside. And a lot of this old music, because it's so grounded and bass heavy, I feel it would make me move from inside as opposed to top and superficial. This is how I see it, right? And the newer music didn't do that for me. So I do feel one difference is that, and that could also, like how I say grounded, inwards to outwards. I feel our generation is a little more like that, and I do feel and it's all connected, right? It's all connected. I may not be on point, but this is what I feel. And the music nowadays is very, which is why techno is such a rage. It's very here. It's little higher.
Correct.
It's not inside. It's not with the earth,
That's a
with
wonderful
grounded.
insight.
It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain that.
Yeah.
And the second thing I do feel the youngsters are, I mean, I wish I was half as smart as they are today when I was that age. I think I started maturing when I was 25, and I think my peak maturity happened like 6 years back at 30. I swear. And these guys are brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there is one thing which I feel they don't look at long-term commitments. They look
Right.
at immediate gratification in everything, whether it's food, whether it's work, whether it's relationships, whether it is dance, whatever it is, they don't have the patience to wait. Ki, bhai, 2 साल लगते हैं, 4 साल लगते हैं, 5 साल लगते हैं. You can't just immediately get 5 pirouettes. You can't just immediately. So that is why the real culture, the workshop culture, because I feel this generation wants immediate results and immediate, gratification.
Yeah.
अभी चाहिए. Relationship में अभी ठीक चाहिए. कुछ थोड़ा problem हो जाता है, on to the next one, because there's so many options, and this is in everything.
Right.
Whether it is at work, whatever work, it could be a corporate job, it could be a job, it could be a form they're learning, any kind. It could be music, dance, art.
Yeah.
It could be a relationship.
Yeah.
It's just like okay next. They do that commitment, that looking at the bigger picture, looking at the 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I think is lesser in this generation than it was in ours.
Yeah.
Having said that, I think this generation is smarter. I think they've had to. They're also a little more traumatized because I think.
You think they're intimidated easily?
I don't think so.
No.
I think they're more. They try to intimidate a little more, but I think there is this little child inside which probably has been submissed. I don't know if I'm using the right word, because I think they have been traumatized by our generation and the generation before us who are now parents. Because we had so much trauma, we traumatized the kids.
We
Please-
pass that on. Yeah.
Please take therapy.
Yeah.
So just saying.
Makes sense, yeah.
So
Yeah,
this is what I feel is the difference between
Yeah.
generation, and
Correct.
it's all passed on. So
as generation, as this generation, like as Gen Z, what I was always wanting to have was a generational wealth, not generational trauma. That is something that I was always wanting, but life doesn't give you what you
We
want.
need the money,
Money,
it's
yeah,
not the
yeah, yeah.
trauma.
I say the same thing to my father. I said, why are you not Ambani? When he says anything to me, I said, but you are not Ambani also. Now, if you were Ambani, where I would have been now?
Yeah.
Trauma de diya, paisa nahi diya.
Yeah.
True,
So, Sridhana, people have seen you, you know, they know you because you're like you're sensation. Yeah, out there. And you've tried everything from being a great dancer, artist, to a great bike rider, and a mother of 3, and cute little pets. They're her babies, and so I want to know, like, what is it like to be Sridhana Kanwar? Like, if somebody wants to take that glimpse in your life.
Why are you asking me all this at this point in my life? I swear, this
We are
is
unraveling her.
because if I'm being very honest, which I always am, like I don't care if I'm happy, I'll say I'm happy. If I'm, am I allowed to say fucked up?
Yeah.
If I'm fucked up, I will say I'm fucked up. And currently in my life, I'm fucked up. Like this is, I think, the lowest I've ever been, personally, professionally. I'm kind of restarting. So right now, if you ask me what it's like to be Sridhana Kanwar, I say it's shit. It's shit. It's traumatic. But I mean, it's not all bad. There are some good parts. Some good parts.
Yeah, okay.
Which are my children.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But see, right now, honestly, I'm at that point where I'm like, this is not working, this is not working, this is not working. I'm kind of changing everything personally and professionally. Being Sridhana Kanwar has been great to a certain point. Like, it's the nicest feeling is when you're just, you're walking, you're somewhere, and then someone comes to you and, are you bomb squad?
Oh.
You know,
lovely.
and your bomb squad Sridhana. I'm just like, yeah. And it's the best feeling ever. And it's happened so many times. And I mean, obviously it doesn't happen that much anymore because I'm not understanding the social media game right now anyways. And right now I've reached a point where I'm just like, chodo, baad mein dekhenge. Right? So, but yes, it has been a great feeling. I'm not going to say it's been all bad. It's been great. There have been some really great moments. There have also been some shit moments, and there will be some amazing moments in the future.
Yeah.
So it's always like, okay, you're your own boss. You're doing your own thing. So how can you stay relevant?
Yeah.
How can you earn money? How can you still stay true to your art? How can you still follow your passion? Which is what now I'm trying to do, because I think I was a late bloomer, right? Like I became athletic at the age of 25.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I was very unathletic.
And you've chosen quite an unconventional path when it comes to dancers as well. Because a lot of dancers that we know would either be like, associated with a big dance company, which you have been
I
as
was,
well.
yeah.
Or go completely in the industry and in the movie business or you get completely into teaching or you completely just have a troupe and your own group.
Yeah.
You have done everything and you have you've been there, done that, everything in all amounts, and yet you have carved a path which is only Sridhana Kanwar. It's not like okay, you're still associated with this or that or you're piggybacking on something else. you're still a solo rider, if I can put it that way.
Yeah.
So I think
Quite
that's
literally.
quite literally, and I think that's wonderful. So you know the insides of the industry. If I can get into that direction first, what is it that we don't know that
Bollywood
about the
industry?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I will. I have worked with the Bollywood industry only once in the beginning after I left my academy and started out on my own with Vijay Ganguly, and I had the best experience.
Yeah.
Because Vijay is fab.
Yeah.
He's awesome. I love him. So I've only worked with him. But then I also realized that Bollywood is not for me.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't do
Why
it.
do you say so?
It's there's a little misogyny.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Lot.
of misogyny, right? And there's a lot of hierarchy. There's a lot of and hierarchy based, not so much based on talent as well.
Right.
Which I think is changing right now. I can see a lot of my friends who are doing brilliantly and they've cracked it. But I also feel what was my end goal anyways entering Bollywood would have been going behind the camera, becoming a choreographer, becoming all of that. मुझे वो करना ही नहीं था.
Right.
That was never my end goal
End goal.
any which ways, because
Right.
I have always loved teaching. I've always loved sharing my knowledge, and that was my end goal from day one. So any which ways this didn't make sense
Yeah.
for me. But see, I've had a good experience because I've only worked with Vijay. Only. I've not worked only after that. Because I've heard a lot, like I know of a lot of, it's just not fair. There's a lot of there's a lot of good things also, but there's a lot of like not good things also happening, if you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
But I'm not so involved, so I don't think I would like to comment on
Understood.
something where I don't know, and for me it's not first-hand information. Like I've got it from people, so
No,
then I'm
I
just
understand,
like
of
क्यों
course.
ही बोलूँ मैं?
Yeah.
फिर कोई cancel कर देगा मेरे को.
Cancel culture.
अभी तक नहीं हुई हूँ मैं cancel, but हाँ.
Never. Cancel, you can never be, because of the great things you've been doing, you know.
Maybe.
A great teacher, a great choreographer, great dancers, great bike rider, great mother. You have, a lot of people don't know this, but then you rescue the pets from the streets who really need utmost treatment
And attention.
and attention and care and love. And Swetana has been giving that selflessly out and about in the world. And I want you to like talk about few of these incidents that really shook you about the society, the world, and how do you want to change that?
See, I'm at a point where for me, humans don't matter to me that much.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I
that
don't
makes
like
sense.
humans very much.
Yeah.
It's like today, so I watch a lot of these killing shows and a lot of these murder shows. Like when I'm working out, I listen to murder mystery podcasts. When I work out, I don't even listen to music. You know, true crime documentaries. Like you
Yeah.
ask today, if like you kill someone, you can come to me to hide the body. I don't know what to do. Like that much I watch, and I can watch like humans being slaughtered, right? And while eating my food. But if there is, I swear, I'm not even exaggerating. But if there is a show or a movie where I know there's a dog or a cat, the first thing I Google is, does the dog die? If it dies, or the cat die. If it dies, I don't watch it.
Watch.
Oh God.
So I'm at that
Yeah.
point in my life, and I've always been a dog lover because I've had dogs while growing up. But I think I understood the real meaning of what it is to be a pet parent or what it is to be an actual animal lover
Yeah.
after I got my kids. And it's a different ballgame altogether. I turned vegetarian because I couldn't. Now I find rats cute.
Oh God.
Wow.
I find rats cute.
That's a big one.
I used to be so petrified of rats. Today, if there's a rat in my house, I'll catch it in that catcher thing and then go and relieve it outside.
But that's such a big, that is a transformation in its
Absolutely.
own. I mean,
Absolutely.
You don't know what they do to you. Like when I go at night for my walks with my girls, and you are walking and then you see these dogs running towards you selflessly. They throughout the day have probably got whacked, got kicked, got shooed away, probably not eaten, they're probably wet in the rain, or they're dying of heat, they haven't had water, they don't have anything, but they look at you, they come running to you, maybe because once you gave them a piece of biscuit.
yeah.
And they are running to you, and all they want is love, and they're giving you 3 times more of that.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
do you not love a creature like that? How? It's impossible. I mean, what human will do that?
Absolutely.
You saw Albie yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean, Albie hasn't seen me in a year, over a year.
Yeah.
Did you hug me and scream when you saw me? You just said hi. What did Albie do? Albie came barking. Albie was climbed on top of me,
Yeah.
got inside. I mean, I don't want you to do all of that.
I think I would not be sitting here had I been doing that. But that's, I get what you mean.
Get
Yeah,
my
yeah.
point. It's
Unbelievable.
unbelievable, and I can't explain. And the whole, when you once you rescue these poor things who some useless jackass, heartless fucking human has hit and gone, and just left them like their life means nothing.
Nothing.
And then you pick them up and you nurse them back to health. That, I mean,
It's a
it's also selfish, because what the feeling it gives me, I do it for that.
Right.
Yeah.
I do it for how it makes me feel,
Yeah.
which is, I can't explain it. You have to do it, you have to feel it to, I
To
can't
it,
explain
yeah.
what it is. I can't. Like, मैं कितना भी समझा लूँ, you will probably be like, अच्छा, but you will not understand it till you don't experience it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So-
Do you have any plans for that? Like, do you want to have like a community? I think you already do have a community group.
I don't have a community group right now.
Alright.
I don't have it in me. Rescuing is a thankless job. I see, so I know all the rescuers around. I just help whenever I can.
Yeah,
I don't have
okay.
the funds. I don't have that emotional capacity, because
it.
I see them. The other day, I saw this girl. Her name is Arya. She feeds all the cats. Thrice a day, I see her without fail feeding all the cats. That day, I saw her, and there were cops and all, and she was crying. It's a young girl, and she's crying. I was just like, what happened? And some old jackass man yelled at her saying, you can't feed cats here.
Yeah, that's a big debate these days.
You can't feed cats here. And he's
yeah.
yelling at this old man.
Yeah.
Old man is yelling at this
Yeah.
young girl who's feeding another human, another being. And she's crying, and then the cops are in. I don't have that emotional capacity. Plus, I will hit someone.
Knowing you might.
I'll hit.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're old. If
Yeah.
they're being jackasses, I'll hit.
Yeah,
obviously.
because and that's a big debate these days about the courts are involved about feeding the strays and why you should, you shouldn't around societies, all of that. What's your take on that?
Yeah. Okay, when it comes to pets, here's my thing. I have two different takes on it. When it comes to pets, somewhere I do feel as pet parents, I have seen very, very irresponsible pet parents.
Yeah.
Okay? You have to be sensitive of the fact that there are a lot of people who are scared of dogs. A lot of people. When I take my girls, I'm always there. If they're passing somebody, they're on tighter leash. So somebody could be scared, yeah. It's okay. I understand that. Pick up the poop. Make sure they're not pooping if they poop, pick it up. They pee somewhere, put some water on it. Just be a good citizen and train your dogs basic कि वो पूरा दिन भाव भाव नहीं कर रहे हैं. Train your dogs. Basic training is
Which
also
is very doable.
doable. I've done it at home myself.
Yeah.
I'm not a dog trainer.
Yeah.
Right? And it is good for the dogs.
Yeah.
It's good for their mental well-being, and then you can just like I can take River Noodle to most places today because they're well behaved. They listen to me. But at the same time, now these strays, why do they attack? Why do they attack? They attack. मुझे तो नहीं किया भाई अभी तक attack. क्यों करते हैं attack? They attack if they have been threatened by another human.
Yeah.
See, I have friends who've been bitten by unprovoked. But it's probably because that dog is either hungry, thirsty, scared, has been hit before. For them, humans mean मारेगा मुझे, भगाएगा मुझे, has been run over. My Noodle, how did I rescue her? Her whole family, she was run over by truck. She was the only one.
Wow.
So now imagine you are somebody who has been hit from everywhere, doesn't have food, doesn't have shelter, nothing. Abhi, sometimes you might become meek, sometimes you might become aggressive.
Yeah.
It's how it is. So if you just feed them and just feed them and take care of them, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
It works both ways,
ways,
yeah.
yeah.
And you can't, अरे तो उनको घर ले जाओ. मतलब अंबानी थोड़ी ना हम. I wish I could.
Comes back to the generational wealth.
Yeah.
But this is why I want to earn money. I want a huge farm, huge farm, and I want to rescue all these kids and just live with them.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
That's how I want to earn a lot of money. It's the only reason, I swear. Of course, I want to travel as well. I love traveling. But imagine if I go traveling and then also I can rescue and bring them back. Like that's the dream.
That's the
Wow.
But I want to earn a lot of money for that. Like I want
Yeah.
to like
Cute.
where I
That's
don't have
really
to
cool.
beg for donations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it when artists are not super involved to the extent in their art, to the extent that they forget that they live in a real world
Yeah.
as well. You know what I mean?
Of course
And,
I do.
that's the most beautiful thing that I'm getting right now.
Yeah.
That you being an artist, you are not so absorbed by your art that you forget to live.
Absolutely.
And you forget to see that there are other things to
Yep.
think about and care about in the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's wonderful. But coming back to dance,
Yeah.
and we are moving towards the end of the
Yeah.
podcast. Tell me one thing in dance that our generational people. Now let's forget nonnies. Our generational people should be a little more sensitive about, that we should change or that we should work on when it comes to art in general, not just dance, but just in art in general. You talked about misogyny. I would
Yes.
bring into that a little bit. That does misogyny not exist in every industry that per se, like for say in ours as well?
Of course it does. Now, okay. So now our generation and a lot of people, including me sometimes we're just like, this Gen Z is so oversensitive. Right? But maybe they're not oversensitive. Maybe they are, because the scale has tipped so much this side, maybe it's okay for them to be oversensitive, for it to come back center.
Right.
Because I do feel like today like I said, I made a lot of mistakes when I was younger, even as a mentor. Like, because I saw my mentors doing it, and and I will never blame my mentor, because I still love him. I still love Jason, and I've learned so much from him. But he's not perfect, as nor am I.
Yeah.
He saw his mentors doing it, right? Like a small thing like hair. Okay, I'm going to give you a small example about hair, body hair,
Yeah.
which today is so okay.
Yeah.
But at that time, we used to ऐसे मजाक उड़ाओ कि अरे ते तो ऐसे बाल दिख रहे मतलब you know
Wax
vaccine
नहीं
नहीं
किया,
किया to only girls.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes where you are like, you know, you are probably demonstrating something on a probationer, and then you are pulling the hair saying अरे बाल रह गए.
Oh.
And you're doing it playfully because you've seen
Yeah.
your mentors doing it, and
Correct.
they've seen their mentors doing it, and you don't realize it's wrong.
Correct.
Today I realize it's wrong. It was
Yeah.
wrong. Something as simple as girls this group, boys this group.
Yeah.
What about those who are confused?
Yeah.
What will they do?
Correct.
So, and a lot of people are just like, अरे ये तो ज़्यादा ही हो गया. Maybe not. Maybe let's be a little sensitive to the
Yeah.
people who don't know where they belong
Yeah,
yet.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Or they've discovered where they belong, but now they're like, we don't know what we are, where do we go?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what about them? So I think we can get a lot more sensitive about these things,
Yeah.
which some of us are still not, because some of us still feel कि क्या है ये therapy, क्या है ये panic attack, क्या है ये.
I think we've been made too much of like a heart of stone kind
Yeah.
of a.
Yeah.
Like, again, it comes down
Toughen
to
up, toughen up.
toughen up.
Toughen
Yeah,
up.
you know,
Everything
the
is-
upbringing
yeah.
and the generational
Yeah.
passed on.
I don't think I should blame those kind of toughened people,
Yeah.
but they also should know that it's not their time anymore. Yeah, it's not their time anymore.
Yeah.
That is
Listen.
like big okay, chatak.
30s is the new 20s.
Excuse
As
me.
in, it's not their time anymore to show that and to pass that on and to bring that
Yeah.
down to the generation who are really now stepping into the world trying to understand their life.
A little
So
more
probably-
understanding,
A
probably.
lot
That's-
more understand.
Yeah, probably they're not oversensitive. Probably you don't have that much of sensitivity capacity in
Correct.
yourself to
Correct.
be able to understand what is it
Yeah.
that they're going through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what least you can do is to be good.
Okay, this whole toughen up thing now. Like for me, there was a point where I was just like, मैंने इतने जुल्म सहे हैं अपनी लाइफ में, मैंने ऐसे पार्ले जी पानी में डुबो के 2 साल
Best by the
किया
way.
है and I was just like,
Tastes good.
yeah, I was like, what is this? And I have survived on like 2,000 rupees a month and उसमें से 1,500 जाता था मेरे हॉस्टल के रेंट में and पार्ले जी बिस्किट खाती थी मैं पानी के साथ, तो पैसा नहीं था किसी चीज के लिए and I said that's how much I have struggled. What is this person struggled?
Yeah.
So there was a point where I used to be like that, and a friend of mine gave me a very good example. They said, see, today whatever you have endured is a lot for you, right? Because that's the maximum pain that you have gone through, so that's very painful for you.
Exactly.
Somebody is probably doing that, plus maybe doesn't have parents to fall back upon.
Yeah.
That's even tougher than you. But it's like for a child, for a little kid, अगर उसके friend ने उसको crayon नहीं दिया, that is so devastating for
Yeah.
that 5-year-old child, because that's the worst that's happened to that child.
Yeah.
So you can't
Compare.
compare
Yeah.
because उसके लिए वो सबसे devastating
Correct.
चीज है. So you can't say तू crayon के लिए रो रहा है, मुझे तो घर नहीं दिया. You can't cry about something like that. You can't compare. उसके लिए वो pain बहुत ज्यादा है.
Absolutely.
That's when you start understanding that it doesn't matter if you haven't struggled that much.
Correct.
Maybe for them what they're going through is a lot.
Yeah.
And they don't have to always like मतलब सबको ऐसे ऐसे नहीं जीना
हाँ.
पड़ेगा ना. It's not necessary for all of us to
Yeah.
go through pain in life. So
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
true. That's absolutely true.
That's true. One last question.
Yes.
I've been meaning to ask this. Well, I have an answer to this, but I want world to know that. See, you have reason behind everything. Now that you said that, the only reason behind you earning a lot of money is for you to be able to have a lot of, a big farm with a lot of
Rescue
dogs
babies,
in it,
dogs and cats.
a lot of babies in it. There's a reason. Now, what's the reason behind the red hair?
Yeah.
Why are you chalti firti
I
lal
love
pari?
this question.
I will give you-
Yeah.
The answer is very simple.
Yeah.
I was in an 8-year relationship.
Wow.
Okay, my heart got broken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I wanted something like
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a big change.
You will regret.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
so cool. So I went to Pune to my sister, my cousin, and I was because I was a mess. Okay, I was like, मतलब literally मेरे को hospitalize करना पड़ा. My life खत्म हो गई tense. Okay, so I went to her and she's like, I'm going to color your hair. I said okay. So हम दोनों ने बैठकर रात को एक दूसरे के बाल कलर कर दिए घर पर.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Then next year I went and got my belly pierced, and suddenly I got so much of
Adrenaline.
no, वो क्या बोलते हैं admit नहीं, उसको क्या बोलते हैं appreciation नहीं but
Validation.
validation.
Yeah.
sorry, brain
Happens.
fog.
Yeah.
So I got so much validation and everyone was like, oh so hot, oh so good, all of that. I was just like,
I'm gonna keep
I'm
it.
going to keep it.
Wow. And
Oh my
80 now how many years?
10
years.
Oh my God. 10 years that people today you identify as a redhead. You know?
Yeah.
That's
but
cool.
also that people recognize it because of this.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you told me this that
Yeah.
you like it because it makes people, turn their heads around
absolutely.
and give
And
you a
why
notice.
not?
Yes.
And why not?
Yeah.
Yes, why not? Exactly.
Absolutely.
कहीं तो notice हूँ भाई.
Absolutely.
That's so cool.
Always
That's so
good to have people look back and be like, for good or bad, I don't
Correct.
care.
Yeah.
Correct, because you see through Instagram Explore ever.
Yeah.
Okay, if I have black hair and you scroll through, you may not remember.
Right.
If you see someone with red hair, you'll be like, I've seen you on Explore.
Ah,
page."
yeah. I'm sure you must be getting a lot of
Yeah,
that in
I-
comments and all of that.
I do.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I keep
that's
it.
great. That's great.
Imagine.
Fantastic.
It was
So,
lovely to have you. I swear to God.
such a great session.
Yes, great. One last thing.
Hey,
What is
one last thing, third time you're saying now.
Yeah,
What
this
is
is
this?
his habit.
One last thing,
5
last
times
thing.
he will say.
See, I'll go on and on with this, but one last thing. What is it that you want to say the younger generation? Like something like a parting advice.
Parting thoughts.
Yeah. One.
That, I think.
Parting thought.
An expression.
Yeah. No, but
Go color your hair.
do what you want to do. Life is short. Whatever you feel like doing, as long as it is legal and not principally wrong, just do it. Follow your heart. Don't take things too seriously.
Yeah.
Don't take things too seriously. Stop getting offended by everything. Live, let live. Life is too short.
Yay! It was lovely to speak with you, Satana.
Yay!
Thank you so much for coming on this podcast, and
Yes.
it was just such an eye-opening session.
Absolutely.
And for you guys who are watching us, Sink and Shimmy is a podcast and a performing arts evening. Podcast is going on. We are in the second season already, and the Performing Arts Evening Dancing India hosts every month, once a month, where we bring artists across genres to put forward their art in front of a lively audience once a month, and 70% of the proceeds from that performance evening goes to the artists. And you can be a poet, singer, dancer, aerialist, stand-up comedian. You're all welcome in this Performing Arts Evening. The videos for the same will also be now shared on our YouTube channel, so stay tuned on that. Thank you for joining us for this podcast. Do like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you soon. That's signing out. Yay!
Oh, good one!